The first season premiered, you had a lot of viewers reach out to you about feeling like the show made them feel heard and seen. What has that response meant to you? And does that bring a different weight to this project?
Yeah, it's been amazing to see that response. Like, obviously, when we were making the show, we knew we were doing something. We knew we were all part of a project that felt quite special. But really, the way it's affected people and impacted people, and the way people feel seen, especially like LGBTQ youth, like having a show that they really feel represented on screen. It's amazing to see that response and to just be a part of a project that I just feel very lucky. I feel very blessed because when you're an actor, it is hard to book a job in general, and then when you do, book one that has an actual impact and is really connecting to people, it's really special. So yeah, it's been amazing.
This season we're going to get to see Benji and Victor navigate a new relationship. What was it like collaborating with Michael when approaching the dynamic between your two characters, and how beneficial was it having a season already under your belt?
It was actually really good because, yeah, we had that history there by that point, which helped the characters, because when you meet the characters again in season 2, they're in this sort of summer bubble, this sort of like summer love, honeymoon period kind of thing. I feel like Michael and I have always had quite good chemistry, and we just have managed to build on that. They did say to us that we want an intimacy coach, both seasons, particularly this season because the nature of the scripts got a little more sort of adult, and we just said no. We'd rather just keep this like dynamic going between us, and I think we're both very like committed to try and just honor the scripts and the characters, and yeah. It's kind of how it went.
And we're also going to learn more about each individual character and their own backstories. And, Benji in particular has an interesting revelation towards the later half of season 2. What was your reaction when you read that arc, and how did that challenge you as an actor?
It was amazing. Yeah. It was really cool because I was hoping that we'd learn more about Benji and his sort of other layers. Because when you first meet Benji, he's this very confident guy, and he still is confident, and he's figured out his sexuality, but it doesn't mean that he's figured out life. So he still has a lot of kind of hurdles, and you get to see him deal with things, and we bring in his family and his family dynamic. You get to learn much more about that. You get to see all this kind of through the lens of his relationship with Victor. So as an actor, it was really great to have this material to get stuck in with.
If the series gets picked up for a third season, is there a character that you would like to see Benji interact more with?
Yeah, I'd like to see him interact more with Ava's character, Lucy, because they do allude to them having a friendship a lot of the time, but you didn't really see it much, or you didn't really see, and I think she's going to have, if season 3 goes ahead, she's going to get quite an interesting storyline. So it'd be interesting to see those characters and their dynamics.
And having played this character for 2 seasons now, has anything surprised you about his journey? What's been the biggest takeaway for you as an actor being a part of this project?
Okay, so what surprised me about his journey? I'd say a lot of the scripts surprised me, actually. When you're reading these, and this is what I think good writing is really, when you're reading the scripts, you expect one thing, and then it kind of throws you a curveball, and they give you something completely different. And I feel like that I kind of got that with Benji too. So that was that. And then what was the second part of the question? Sorry.
What's been the biggest takeaway for you as an actor being a part of this project?
Oh wow. Okay. One of the biggest takeaways would probably be the joys in sort of doing something like this, where there's so much camaraderie and so much kind of like team effort, and from the script writers to our directors and the cast, and how close we all got, especially shooting through a pandemic too. We really bonded. We really it gave us more of a chance to literally just hang out with each other. And that was probably one of the biggest takeaways, especially from this time around. Yeah.
Having played Benji for 2 seasons, do you have a favorite moment of his, and what's been the most challenging scene for you to film?
There was a scene with Victor's mum, between Victor's mum, Benji, and Victor. That was quite like, it was a challenge because we wanted to do this scene justice, but there was a lot of high energy and a lot of like really staying in it, and it was a good challenge. And sometimes some of the music stuff's like challenging in a way that I want to find the right way to, how would Benji be on stage? Like, how would he sort of, what would his persona be like, and how would he do this song? And because there's some music that's brought in again this season. That's sometimes a bit of a challenge, but a fun one.
If you had to pick a song to describe Benji's season 2 arc, what would it be and why?
Oh, okay. Maybe My Way by Frank Sinatra.
It's a good one.
With like regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I feel like Benji, he made some mistakes this season, but he was trying to do it. I think the whole thing of doing it your way and figuring out who you are plays a part there. So, yeah.
Well, that's a great answer.